Welcome back to another episode of Rob Sports Center, man. As you can see by the title and by the thumbnail, man, we're going to be taking another look at the 2025 recruiting class coming out of Louisiana. So for this video, we have Mr. James Simon. He's a 5'11", 200-pound running back from Calgary. 24/7 Sports has him ranked as a 4-star recruit with a 92 player rating. Gabe Brooks, 24/7 Sporting scouting analyst, said this about him. So also too, one of the things I want to make a disclaimer about, whenever I'm reading guys' height and weight, a lot of times that stuff is like recorded months ago. So, they could be much bigger than what they are at that particular moment. Obviously, height probably ain't gonna change because most of them, for the most part, probably are done growing. But size-wise, they could have gotten bigger from the last time that they weighed in. But Gabe Brooks had to say that he feels he's a power 4 caliber running back prospect with the requisite size, frame, well-rounded back who can provide equality between the tackles, touches, but also give him and his offense a pass-catching option out of the backfield or from the slot. I will agree with that as well. I also want to make a disclaimer too that this highlight video right here is from his junior year. They haven't yet put out the senior year highlights, so this is another one from the 2025 class that eventually, whenever they put that up, we'll be taking another look at them to see their growth from their junior year up to their senior year. It says naturally upright in gait, but knows how to shrink his target and lower his pad level. Displays good one-cut ability with encouraging initial redirecting suddenness. One thing I would say too is that he's more of one of the, how do I put this? More of he commits pretty much, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, like, when he gets the ball, most of the time he's not tiptoeing, he's not, hesitating. As soon as he gets the ball, he knows where he wants to go, and he hits that hole, and he hits that hole aggressively. So I will say that about him. I noticed that he done a lot of his work inside more so than outside of the numbers, which shows me that he's a power back, and going to a school like Texas Longhorns, that's going to be a very big benefit for them. Shows foot quickness in the hole that enables make you miss ability to get upfield. Can top out in the long speed department, but plays with good initial juice and acceleration. Does a good job protecting himself while also knowing how and when to finish runs with strength. Runs through arm tackles and possesses power to push the pile. Also has run track. Segmented somewhat, but gait creates some wasted motion at times. Track and limited testing data suggests room to improve top end speed. High major running back prospect with strong production who could become a first option back in college and an NFL draft candidate. So his high school athletic background: as a junior, he ran a 24.20 200 and a 55.86 400 in limited reps per athletic net. Ran the first leg of Shreveport Calvary Baptist, Louisiana's 2A 6-place 4x200 relay. Also got second leg reps in the 4x100 relay. Ran a 24.78 freshman 200-meter time in spring 2022. As a junior in football, he ran for 1,600 yards and 21 touchdowns on 8.3 yards per carry, helping Calvary Baptist to the Louisiana Division III Select State Championship and a 14-0 record. Also caught 20 passes for 214 yards and 3 touchdowns. As a sophomore, assembled a breakout season with 1,005 rushing yards and 22 touchdowns on 7.3 yards per carry. Added 122 and 3 receiving in 12 games. So I'm assuming there's 9 receptions, 122 yards and 3 touchdowns in 12 games. He had a lot of college offers, man. He had offers from the Texas Longhorns, obviously. That's who he signed to. He had offers from Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Grambling State, Houston, LA Tech, ULM, LSU, Miami, Mississippi State, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, Oregon, TCU, Tennessee, Texas A&M, USC, UTSA, Washington, and Ole Miss. So he was a very highly recruited back. And I would say one of the things too I see with him is the consistency. You've seen that growth from year to year, and he even seen play as a freshman as well. But you see that growth from freshman to sophomore to junior, and I can only imagine how good his senior year probably was. And you know, whenever I kind of do these scouting reports, I like to kind of look at the level of competition, because sometimes I think that that's worth noting. And you know, he played at Calvary. Obviously, Calvary has a rich tradition and a very good program, and that's at the Division III level. So he has faced some stellar competition. So I will say that. So I put together my own little side notes, like I always do, my own little scouting report. And you know, basically what I was saying is that he's a north to south runner, does most of his damage between the tackles. And I will agree with my man Gabe Brooks. Like I said, I feel that he's quick and explosive, but overall top end speed, I don't necessarily see. You know, on a lot of these plays, he will break runs, but he's prone to being kind of caught from behind. He's a versatile back. You know me, I love versatility. Like I think that right there, like being versatile, especially as a, like, prime example, let's say running back. The game has changed so much from the traditional style running back that's just in a backfield, I formation, hand the ball off and just run. You know, now backs are pretty much almost like receivers to an extent. You have to be able to work within on passing offense, whether that's you catching the ball or whether you being back in pass protection and blocking. And that's something I see from him. He catches passes off of screens, obviously. He catches passes out the backfield, but then like this one right here, he also lines up in the slot and can make plays from there as well. And what that does is that creates possible mismatches, you know, in the passing opportunities with getting him matched up on a linebacker. And 9 times out of 10, he's going to win that situation. Another one right here, how he just ran out without the slot as well. So that's something that I most definitely like from him. The thing about, you know, highlights too is it only shows so much. So, you know, things like you want to see, okay, is he turnover prone? Does he fumble the ball? You know, does he do a good job at taking care of the ball? Those are things. And like I said, for me too, I would like to see him more in pass protection to see if he's that 3-down back. Yeah, I just put that one. I would like to see how he is in pass protection. Has good footwork and balance and able to make guys miss, and is also a strong runner, able to run through arm tackles and stay on his feet after contact. And a lot of these games, I did see a lot of defenders, you know, kind of just pretty much arm tackling him, and that ain't gonna do it. You got to put a body on him. You got to wrap him up in order to bring him down. And obviously, you know, if you're gonna do it as a whole defensively, you got to have to kind of rally to the ball and gang tackle to get him on the ground. He's very good after contact. Has explosive burst of speed, doesn't have the best overall top speed, will lower his pad level and run through tacklers when necessary. I seen one play in here specifically where he came up through the middle and he hit a linebacker and kind of bounced the linebacker back. It was another play where I think they was in a red area and he took a handoff up the middle and, you know, ran over the safety. But, you know, that's what you want to see, the willingness to engage. You know, every play is not going to necessarily require you to drop your pad level and run over people. Some plays you're going to have to use your footwork to try to create opportunities. But when it's needed, can you do it? And, you know, I do believe that. So I will say he's a pretty so far from what I've seen from him, he's a pretty complete back. You know, I like what I see from him. Like I said, man, you know, I like the versatility in the pass game. He has pretty good footwork. He has the make you miss ability, and he also has power too. So those are things. Then, you know, obviously going to Texas, getting at that weight program, having that nutritional program is going to do justice with building him up even bigger. You know, I can see him probably getting to about, you know, 225 with a 5'11" frame, maybe even, you know, 230, who knows. But I think that he will become much more harder to deal with as he bulks up whenever he goes to the next level. But, man, if it's anything that I missed that you guys want to add in, man, make sure you let me know that in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about James Simon. Do you think he's going to be an immediate impact for Texas, or do you think, you know, he might have the red shirt, or do you think he's going to see some playing time, just not a significant amount? Let me know what you think about that. And if you enjoyed this video, man, do me a big favor, man, smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching my videos and you haven't already, I don't know why you wouldn't have, man, make sure you click that subscribe button. Once you click that subscribe button, click that post notification bell, and that way you be notified every time I upload, and I'll see y'all in the next video.